You can find ghost towns all over the world. And even right next door to New York City, in Bear Mountain State Park, Doodletown, filled with inhabitants up until the relatively recent past, all eventually pushed out by the growing park. On a hike through the abandoned hamlet last summer, I felt an eerie sadness peering into these woods, seeing hints of the lives lived here. Fences separating tidy yards where children once played. Robust homes once towering above the ground, from which their foundations now barely protrude. I marveled at how this turns into this. And yet, I couldn't help but feel something else. The unexpected joy at how the earth has acted in our absence.
When humans leave, nature rushes in.
To process these feelings, I spoke with two authors who have thought a lot about places after people.
My name is Alan Wiseman. I am the author of a book called The World Without Us.
I'm Cal Flynn, and I'm the author of Islands of Abandonment: Life in the Post-Human Landscape. From the perspective of nature, a ghost town is a newly vacated set of physical structures that present an opportunity. For example, shelter to particular mammals, as we find in the island of Cyprus. An endemic species of sheep has recovered its numbers after a huge crash because they are sheltering in abandoned villages within the no man's lands there.
The speed at which nature reclaims these spaces can depend largely on the climate.
In a tropical environment, it's very hot, it's very damp, it rains a lot. You will see that these places transform very, very quickly.
The Caribbean island of Montserrat's capital was abandoned after a volcanic eruption in 1995.
It's not so long ago, but compared to a lot of the other sites that I visited, it really had a kind of lost world atmosphere to it.
In The World Without Us, I visit ruins in Guatemala. We were just walking over hills that were really buried pyramids. On top of them were growing entire rainforests.
It's a different story in much colder ghost towns, like former Soviet mining settlements.
It's much slower as an ecosystem to reclaim these kind of spaces. And so you can walk around these places that have been left for decades and find the old Soviet remains.
And what of the mental impact of passing through places like Doodletown?
I think there's something quite humbling about the ghost town. It says to us that your daily worries, your daily anxieties, one day this too will be dust.
A chance for humility and hope.
Life always bounces back. And when I look at a city that has been abandoned, I see less the destruction than I see the resurrection of nature.